ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company.
Hello and good evening and welcome into Philo High School here at the Power Plant. High school basketball coming to you tonight at 97.7 WILE Cambridge. Also available on the YRP TV, link available at ABC Communications website, yourradioplace.com. This is Zach Chrisman alongside Bill Kassler as we're about to see a game with the Philo Electrics hosting the Meadowbrook Colts. Both looking a little like a rebuilding MVL team here going at each other tonight. Bill, we're looking at two teams trying to get right at the end of the year come tournament time. Someone of interest for the Electrics tonight is senior Drew Wright, averages 12.8 points per game, 9 rebounds a contest, and hey, Bill, that's almost a double-double. Team leader for both of those stats. For Meadowbrook, we got number 5, Colton Delancey, who averages a solid 11.3 points per game and almost 4 rebounds a game as well. Delancey leading scorer for the Colts, but needs to stay out of foul trouble for Meadowbrook to succeed tonight. Also, we want to get some extra touches into him, and it's the same thing for Wright. We want to get them going early often is what Coach is kind of saying today.
Yeah, got to talk with both head coaches right before the contest, and both of them said tempo was going to be real key tonight. Of course, the Colts, they want things to be in a half-court kind of a set tonight. They want to get the ball up the floor, get into their offense, and work the ball inside to Delancey as much as possible, and then he can kick to their three-point shooters if that option's available. Of course, you're looking at the Electrics. They want to run up and down the floor a little bit. Coach Jason Trout says his guys like a little bit more up-tempo offense. Now, both these teams come in. Philo is 1-7 in the MVL. Meadowbrook is 0-9. They're both working towards some tournament success. Colts, in fact, we were looking at the schedule, had just come up with their first win against Ridgewood here last week. So big win for them, and that's got to be a boost of confidence for the Colts.
Right, and the lone MVL win coming for Philo was against Crooksville here at home in the power plant. And like you said, pace is going to be a big thing tonight. Meadowbrook's going to want to control it, keep it in the half court, but they don't want to run and gun. They want to keep things slow. They want to keep things paced evenly. Whereas Philo is really going to want to try and press it up a little bit, and they like to do that, especially off a make. They will run the full court press there. But yeah, they're going to want to push it up tempo just a little bit more. And also, Philo's looking to, like you said, Coach Trout said, watch the shooters. We got to defend the three-point line. We cannot let any easy looks come in for them because they've got some shooters that are shooting really well as of late.
Yeah, the win over Ridgewood, they shot the ball very, very well, did the Colts. And they also shot the ball pretty well against Riverview, although that ended up being a loss. Colts, you can see they're getting better. Of course, we were talking a little bit before the game. They're starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior, Delancey being a junior. So they are a young basketball team. If everything stays the way it is, you'll see all these players back for the Colts next year. For the Electrics, though, they've got 2 seniors that they'll be starting. Of course, we talked about Drew Wright. The other senior who will see some playing time is Braden Bleakney. He is not starting tonight. But both these teams are fairly young, but Meadowbrook, the Colts, really young. So Coach Taryn Jarrett, he's working to getting these guys ready for next year as well as ready for the tournaments this year.
Yeah, and like you said, we're going to see a little bit of a battle of the big man here tonight. We got Delancey averaging 11.3 points per contest, almost 4 rebounds, like I said in the intro. Drew Wright, who I'm assuming they'll probably be matched up against one another. Drew Wright averaging 12.8 points per game, 9 rebounds, like I said, almost a triple-double. But in the last 2 games, 24 points per game. He's doubling his usual output.
Yeah, a double-double, I think. I don't know that he's assisting that well. So
I'm sorry, not triple-double, my bad.
You're doing Magic Johnson, That's okay.
I'm thinking Jokic here,
Magic does that. No, I don't think that Drew Wright does that. But Drew Wright, an outstanding post player and a senior. So, he's playing for all the marbles. This is his year. This is his class. And, his classmates, of course, are here watching him, supporting him tonight. So, basically, Drew Wright, a lot plays off him. He's probably one of the better athletes that the Electrics have, and he's a leader. I believe he's a team captain, and most of the offense I think we're going to see tonight for Philo, they're going to try to run it through Wright.
Right. And another man to look out for tonight for the Philo Electrics, Rusty Trout. He's averaging a healthy 11.5 points per game, 3.4 assists per game. He's also their leading three-point scorer at 41% from the line, or from the three-point line. And that's another thing that they're going to want to get out there and like they said, they want to control the Meadowbrook shooters, but they also need to get their own guys going on around the arc as well as they can, as well as giving Drew Wright as many early touches as much as they can.
Well, Rusty Trout
yes, Rusty
is
Trout.
the coach's son, Jason
Okay.
Trout's son. Also, he is a freshman.
Yes.
So when you're talking about the Electrics, there's the future on the floor right there. You've got a freshman who's your leading three-point shooter. So
Yeah,
there's
that's huge.
something to look forward to for Philo fans who are listening tonight.
Exactly. And like we said tonight, we're going to have a good game here going tonight. The two evenly matched teams and rebuilding and trying to get into the tournament time here. So we're going to take a short break here and get ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem. We'll be right back with you here after a few minutes.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut-rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
You're watching high school basketball on ABC Sports and YRP TV. For a look at all things high school basketball, visit yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back into Philo High School here at the Power Plant, where we're going to have a great contest here tonight between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Philo Electrics. A beautiful, beautiful national anthem there, wasn't it, Bill?
Lauren Morehouse, one of the Philo cheerleaders, we're waiting for the recording to come up, and
That's
it's like,
what I'm
well, hey,
talking about.
she was good.
Nailed it.
She was good. Nailed the national anthem. You have to love that. Did a great job. Nice crowd here tonight.
Definitely.
Meadowbrook bringing some people over from Byesville, and of course the people from Philo here in the home gymnasium. Love the fact the old power plant is actually now the Philo Middle School.
Yes,
they
it
still
is.
play their varsity games here. It's a great gymnasium, great place to come. We come here, they treat us pretty well every time we're here.
Yes, they do, very much so. So we're going to look at starting lineups real quick. We're going to talk for Meadowbrook here. We got number 1, Michael Ray, freshman guard, 6'1", 165. We've got number 2, Mason Campbell, sophomore guard, 6'2", 160. We've got number 3, Jake Burris, sophomore guard as well. And then we've got Bentley Seedor, freshman forward wing, and he gets a lot of playing time. That's somebody that we're going to keep an eye on tonight. And then, of course, the man, Colton Delancey, number 5, junior forward wing for Meadowbrook. For Philo, we're looking at number 2, Talon Preston. We've got number 10, Cooper Radcliffe. Number 24, Malachi Strickland. Drew Wright, number 33, like we talked about a lot in the intro. He's going to be very heavily involved in the game plan tonight. And then Rusty Trout, like we said, coach's son, number 34. He's a freshman, but he gets a lot of playing time, a lot of. He definitely has the green light. And he's going to have a lot of responsibility as this season goes forward and going on in his career.
He is the shooter. So you want to add 33, 81 attempts, 33 good from behind the arc. So they count on him a lot to provide some three-point shooting, and he does a pretty good job with that. Just a freshman. And of course, we're talking about Colton Delancey. You know, you want to get the ball to Colton down in the low post. Let him work down there. Let him go to work. He's going to have a tough assignment tonight. Drew Wright's going to be on him, and Wright is 215 pounds. He's 6'2". He's a senior. So ought to be a real good matchup down in the paint tonight.
Most definitely. And the other thing we talked about pregame and a little bit in the intro is handling the ball and keeping control and maintaining possession is going to be huge tonight. Both teams struggle with turning the ball over. Meadowbrook averages about 20 turnovers per game. They got 243 on the season. That's through 12 games. Whereas looks like Philo's got 281, but that's also they got 2 extra games. They've played 14. Both averaging almost about 20 a game, and that's something that whoever can keep a hold of the ball, keep control, and play with pace and play with space is gonna have a great game tonight.
You have to take care of the basketball, make no mistake about it. Michael Ray, a freshman for the Colts, number 1, has been shooting the ball very, very well. Jacob Burris, he's another one of the guards. You have to keep an eye. Those guys have to do a good job tonight handling the basketball for the Colts. Of course, for the Electrics, they need Rusty Trout. You know, they need to be on the on spot, getting that ball up across midcourt and doing a good job. Another guy you're going to look at, number 10, is Cooper Radcliffe, handling the basketball for the Electrics. Ought to be a good night. The tale of this game could be just who does the best job taking care of the basketball.
Exactly. As we get ready for tip here, we've got Philo in the white jerseys with the yellow trim and Meadowbrook in the orange away jerseys. As the tip goes to Philo, we're going to be taking it across court left to right here for the Philo Electrics, and that's going to be Cooper Radcliffe bringing the ball up, waiting for the offense to set up. See what we can get going here. We're going to kick it in top of the key here to Talon Preston, that is. Back over to Radcliffe, back to Preston. Preston takes it in, gets close to the paint, picks up his dribble, looking for anything, someone, and there's Malachi Strickland. Now we're going to reset again as he points the offense around, picks up his dribble, and we throw it into low block here. And first shot up and no good, but that's Drew Wright, the man we talked about all day. And then we got an air ball there from Radcliffe as he goes up. A little contact on that, so I wouldn't take that too personally.
I think Radcliffe, I think his shot was partially blocked, but 2 rebounds off on the offensive glass for the Electrics.
Gotcha. As we've got Preston here in the corner, he kicks it back around to Strickland. He takes it into the paint, back to Wright. Wright kicks it right back out to Rusty Trout. Crosses over, fakes the pass, almost gets it poked away, but not quite. And we're going to reset. We're going to bring it all the way back out here to Rusty. Rusty goes to Preston. Preston drives, looks for a backdoor cut, and he's got it off the glass, but no good. Grabbed by Drew Wright as he puts it up. Goes straight up with a strong for a nice 2.
Tell you what, Meadowbrook having problems on the glass right away as Philo, a couple of chances in that first possession with offensive boards.
So we've got Colton Delancey here at the top of the key as he hands it off to Michael Ray. Michael Ray's going to pull up from just a little beyond the elbow, and that's good. 2-2. tie ball game here. 6:35 left to go in the first quarter.
He has been shooting the ball well.
And that's what you like to see from Coach, especially, or for Coach. Radcliffe takes it in, throws it back. Now we've got a foul on the shot. That's an and one for Talon Preston. That's going to count. 4-2 as he goes to the line to see if he can convert the three-point play.
Nice backdoor cut by Preston there. A good feed from Trout, and that could result in a three-point play for the Electrics.
And you love to see that backdoor action. It's nice to see the movement going on as his first free throw goes up. And that is brought to you by, Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. The free throw goes in. Meadowbrook now bringing the ball across the half-court line. Ray throws it over. Get a pump fake here from Colton Delancey. A little further out. High screen. Ball thrown away by Michael Ray. As Philo brings it across the half-court line. That's Rusty Trout. He's going to gather, think about what he's going to do. Spins, crosses back over, and we're going to set it back up, kick it back out. Preston now with it. He goes up for a layup off the high glass, and it is good. That's 2 points for Talon Preston as the Philo Electrics lead 7-2 with 5:45 left to go in the first quarter.
5 points already for Talon Preston, and that's off of a turnover by the Colts.
Meadowbrook here with the ball at the top of the key, trying to get some offense going as Delancey waves off somebody on his side to get some extra spacing there. Nice up and in by Mason Campbell. That was a nice little floater. Good touch. As Malachi Strickland brings it around here. We've got 7-4 here with 5:20 left in the first quarter.
Electrics with a 3-point lead.
Radcliffe looking for the backdoor cut again. Rusty almost loses it. Yes, and he's going to step out of bounds. That's going to be another turnover here in the game. So we're going to be Colts ball here underneath the Philo Electrics basket as we bring it up the court. Coming across half court here is Michael Ray. Michael Ray taking his time, crosses over. Oh, runs into each other there, trying to get that high action. Kick it down into the post, and that's going to be a turnover off the hands of Bentley Seedor. Philo going to get the ball back here and inbound here momentarily.
Seedor could have got that pass. He was in good shape down on the blocks.
Yes,
but it
he
was
was.
just a little bit too far for him.
Yes, he was. He had the defender on his hip there. That was a good move on him. Just got to reel it in. Rusty Trout bringing the ball up here as he kicks it out, and that's almost another turnover by Cooper Radcliffe as he crosses over, comes back into the paint, a little Euro step, and he's going to get fouled on the layup as he goes to the line. 4:41 here. Philo leading 7-4 still. We'll see what Cooper Radcliffe can do here at the line. Hopefully he can get both of these and give them a nice little cushion here early in the first quarter. Radcliffe up with his first free throw, and it is good. 8-4, 4:41 here in the first. Radcliffe dribbles, he sets, and that's going to be good. 9-4, 5-point lead for Philo. Meadowbrook, and now as we see that full court press coming in for Philo, they're trying to trap, and we're going to call a timeout here for Meadowbrook. Probably a smart idea for Coach Jarrett. That's the first we've seen the full court press here in the first quarter.
Well, off of a missed free throw. So that good job, of course, we talked about it. Philo wanting to force tempo. That's one way to force tempo, is to go into that full court pressure. Speed the game up as much as you possibly can. 4:37 left here in the first quarter. Philo's got a 9-4 lead. And so far, Drew Wright has 2 points, but it's been the guard play for the Electrics that's made the difference so far, as both Talon Preston and Cooper Radcliffe penetrating and scoring.
Yeah, Rusty Trout is literally the lead right now with 5 points. He's the big difference maker so far. Hopefully he can get hot soon for the Electrics. That's exactly what they want to see, and obviously get Wright going as well. As we start here, we come out of the inbounds pass. Another, I wouldn't call it a full court press, but we're seeing some pressure. Thinking about trapping as we bring it across now. That's Ray. Ray throws it down to Bentley. Seedor, as he goes up and lays it in. Almost hit front rim, but that's going to go in. 9-6 now. Cutting into that lead is Meadowbrook, 9-6.
That time the full court pressure cost Philo.
Yes, it did.
Seedor got in behind him.
Yep. As Rusty Trout takes it down in the paint, he picks up his dribble. He's going to kick it right back out to Talon Preston. Oh, as we try to get Drew Wright down there in the paint. Goes right off his hands and out of bounds. That's going to be a Philo turnover.
Pass thrown a little bit too sharply. More full court pressure by the Electrics.
Meadowbrook bringing the ball up here, thinking about where they want to go with it. As they get across half court, no, that's going to be a steal by Rusty Trout. Good hands on that one. He was ready for it as he pops a 3-ball from the corner. Going to be no good. Rebound by Preston, and he's going to take it back up strong and put it in. 11-6, Philo lead here. 3:40 left in the first quarter. Philo's looking very formidable tonight. Meadowbrook with the ball here. Ray kicks it over to the side. He's got Campbell. Campbell picks up his dribble. Now Campbell with it. And that's going to be Bentley Seedor with a missed jumper as we come back across half court. Philo going to shoot a 3 here. That's Malachi Strickland as he misses side iron.
Nice rebound by Seedor that time.
And that's something that's going to be important tonight as they want to really keep the rebounds in check. As we've got 11-6 with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Electrics with a 5-point lead. Nice pass.
Yes, very nice. And that's Mason Campbell with the easy bucket. As we come across half court here, Rusty Trout running the offense. He's going to throw it over to Talon Preston. Preston takes it into the paint, looking for something, tries to find Ray, gets knocked away, but he gets it. Oh, and Ray goes up with a little bit of contact as Rusty pulls from the 3. No good, side iron. That's going to be a rebound by Campbell. Campbell bringing it up, waiting for reinforcements. He's thought about shooting it there. Jake Burris takes it in with a little floater, and that misses off the back iron. Rebound by Talon Preston as Rusty pushes the tempo, crosses over, takes it in the paint. Oh, was that Jason Williams there? That's what it looked like to me. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in, but man, that was a heck of a take.
Nice full court drive by the freshman.
Boy,
you can tell he's upset by missing the shot. His teammates
Yes.
are trying to encourage him right now.
Man, I got to love the finger roll. I've got a soft spot for it. I mean, it just looks so pretty every time.
Meadowbrook staying in this basketball game. It's just 11-8 now. 3-point lead for the Electrics.
Philo trapping Meadowbrook here as we get it almost across half court. We bring it up, and now that's Delancey with the ball. He kicks it back over to Seedor. Seedor to Michael Ray. Michael Ray is going to slow it down, wait for everybody to get in position, and run some sort of offense here.
Double stack.
Yep. Looking. Delancey back over to Campbell. Campbell can't find anything. He hits Ray, who's going to pull a deep 3 off front iron, rebounded by Cooper Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe going to bring it up himself. Nice full court pass here, so half court pass, excuse me. And up and in. That's going to be Brayton Bleakney, the senior we talked about earlier tonight. He's their 6th man. He's got into the game here.
Comes in and gives them some good minutes off the bench, does
immediately.
Bleakney.
So here we go. We got Meadowbrook taking it into the paint. Kicks it back out top to Michael Ray, excuse me. Delancey under the basket, goes up and under, and it is in. Nice move, and that's on Drew Wright. That was the matchup we talked about in the pregame. 1:19 here left in the first quarter. We've got 13-10. Philo up by 3. Philo running around the horn here, thinking about what they're going to do. Try to find Drew Wright, but it gets poked away. Body's getting on the ground. That's some nice hustle by Delancey as he puts it up to Michael Ray. Oh, but Drew Wright was not about to be sold on that one. He comes down the other side of the court and makes a nice block.
A lot of contact, no call. I tell you what, Ray was looking for a call, but he didn't get one.
Sure
Fortunately
did.
for him, that ball went out of bounds. Colts retained possession.
Right. Colts will bring it out underneath their own basket here. Looks like Ray will be the trigger man as we get some movement here. Fake the 3-pointer here from Jake Burris. Oh, almost shot it up, and that's going to be a nice, easy layup by Zayden Yeagle.
It's the only senior on the Meadowbrook team, so.
Good to see him getting involved early.
Well, Zayden, he takes up some space down low. He's a great 6th man coming off the bench for the Colts.
Philo with the ball here as Preston will bring it in. He goes up. Oh, crowd does not like that call. The ball is actually going to be called out of bounds. I think they wanted a foul on that one. Preston will bring the ball out underneath the hoop. Stolen right away, trying to get it into the right. Meadowbrook bringing it back up across the half-court line. Ray over to Campbell, back over to Ray. Ray spins, pivots, trying to find something going on here. Delancey beyond the 3-point line. Triple threat move here. Moving it around, keeping the ball moving. Campbell now. Now we're back to Burris. Burris fakes the pass, picks up his dribble here. We've got under 10 seconds here in the first quarter. Looks like Meadowbrook looking for the last shot. They throw it into the corner. That is Mason Campbell, who hits side iron. That's going to be no good. Rebound by Philo, and they're not going to get a last-second bucket off here as we end the first quarter. 13-12. Philo with a 1-point lead, and we're looking like a very contested contest here.
1 point lead for the Electrics. Looks like a good one tonight here at the power plant.
Yes, it does, and we will be right back with you guys for more basketball right after this.
AVC Technical Services has earned a reputation for quality PC and IT services. Contact us today and experience the difference. avctechnicalservices.com.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
You're watching high school basketball on ABC Sports and YRP TV. For a look at all things high school basketball, visit yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back to the power plant here. After the first quarter, we've got Philo leading with a 1-point lead, 13-12, as we're about to start the second quarter. Real quick, before we get into the action here for the second quarter, we want to take a second to thank our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to be here tonight. We've got Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company. We want to thank each and every one of them for all the support that they give us throughout the year. And like we said, we could not be here without them.
Hey, keep in mind, we'll be giving out 2 players of the game certificates, one from Plus One Pizza for the Meadowbrook player of the game, and one from Lock 9 Pizza for the Philo player of the game.
As we get ready to set the second quarter here, get us started, we've got Michael Ray bringing the ball across half court off the inbound. Meadowbrook trying to get a little offense going. Maybe a little high pick and roll. No, he's going to throw out. Now back to Ray. Pump fakes. Finds Mason Campbell, and he tries to shoot a fadeaway jumper, and that's going to hit off the iron as well. Rebound here by Philo as Cooper Radcliffe's going to bring it up the floor. Radcliffe finds Preston. Preston crosses over, goes into the paint, finds Malachi Strickland in the corner. He's going to pull the tray, and boom! That is in. Nice shot by Strickland. 16-12 lead here for the Philo Electrics with 7.5 to go in the second quarter.
First 3-pointer of the game for either team.
Meadowbrook now bringing the ball up, trying to set their offense up. We've got Cedor here with the ball. Crosses over between the legs, back to Ray. Ray brings, sets, gathers, kicks it back out, and bring it around the horn. Meadowbrook looking for some sort of opening to get something going here. Ray back over to Campbell, or excuse me, Burris. Burris is going to pull up from just beyond the elbow, and he's going to rattle out of there. Nice rebound by Malachi Strickland. Malachi's going to bring it coast to coast here, and he's going to get a call here as he comes across the half-court line. Got a little hip-to-hip action there.
It's going to be the first foul on Mason Campbell. No real foul trouble at this point. Michael Ray with one, Mason Campbell, and also Colton Delancey with a single foul for the Colts.
We're going to inbound here with Radcliffe. He's looking for somebody to come out. Finds Drew Wright beyond the three-point line. Nice give and go. Oh, can't quite finish it. Radcliffe tried to take it back from him and go off the glass, but just a little too much momentum behind him there to make it. As Michael Ray will now bring it across half court. Looking, Delancey, back to Cedor. Cedor's going to pull from the elbow. Front iron, no. Nice rebound by Drew Wright. Nice box out as Rusty Trout will bring it up. He's going to slow it down. Think better of it. I thought he was going to go into the lane there. Radcliffe now as he slashes in. Nice layup. Just a little too much off the glass as we've got a jump ball here off the rebound. Looks like possession is going to stay here. Oh, excuse me. No, it is going to go to Meadowbrook. But Philo will enter their full court press. Never mind.
Michael Ray taking a seat on the bench for the Colts.
So we take the inbound pass here underneath the basket. Radcliffe looking for somebody as he kicks it out to the corner. Rusty Trout, he's going to pull the trigger. Oh, nice shot from the corner.
That's why he's the top three-point shooter. Boy, look at that. That's confidence right there.
That it is. He did not hesitate. 19-12, 6 minutes ago here in the second quarter. Meadowbrook looking for some offense. Delancey, triple threat. Tries to go around. Nothing there. As Austin Warner takes a shot, and that's going to go off the iron. Rusty Trout again finds Drew Wright down in the lane. Yes, and that is going to go in. Timeout Meadowbrook trying to stop the bleeding here. 21-12 lead with 5:48 here in the second quarter.
Electrics opening up this quarter on an 8-0 run. So far, the Colts have yet to score here in the second quarter. Good defense, and the Electrics doing what they want to do. They're able to force the tempo just a little bit. That pressure starting to bother the Colts.
Right. And Rusty Trout has really been the difference maker here early on for the Electrics. 2 threes early on here in the first half. He's having a heck of a game.
Actually, Strickland has one, and Trout has the other one.
Gotcha.
So Strickland with that one from the corner. So although good ball handling by Trout, they're doing a great job not turning the ball over. I've got both teams, and this is very unofficial, with 2 turnovers each at this point right now. So they're minimizing turnovers. But right now, I think that the pressure by the Electrics is bothering the Colts.
Yes, for sure. And that was something we talked about before tip-off there, is ball control is going to be the main thing here tonight. Anybody who can keep the ball in their hands and get the most possessions and the most baskets here, obviously Captain Obvious there, but you want to score the basketball. You can't do it unless if you lose it out. All right, so we're going to go here. Inbound pass coming out from underneath the basket. Meadowbrook ball. They're coming right to left here, as Ray will bring it up.
1-3-1 zone trap here. Half court.
Delancey gets it in the paint, kicks it back out to Campbell. Campbell thinks about it. No. Warner thinks about it. No. We're back to Seaborn. Back to Delancey. Delancey into the corner. Now we've got Burris as he drives in, thinks about a layup, but throws it away, trying to get the ball to Austin Warner in the corner, but that's going to go off his fingertips and out of bounds.
It's going to be Colts ball.
Colts,
I think
okay.
One of the Electrics reached out. I think it may have been Trout that reached out and tipped that ball out of bounds.
I thought something changed the trajectory there just a little bit, as we got Seaborn being the trigger man here on the side. And we'll see what kind of play Coach Jarrett's got for them here.
Boy, so far I like Seaborn a lot. He's a good-looking basketball player. Handles the ball well, rebounds well. He's a real strong shot when he gets down inside, too.
Ray getting trapped here in the corner, and he's going to take a little bit of contact. The ball gets knocked loose, but that's going to be out on Philo as the Meadowbrook Colts will do the inbound pass here. That's going to be Michael Ray being the trigger man for this inbound play.
Philo trapping right now.
Burris gets it near the half-court line. Trying to get a little bit of movement here. Mason Campbell now over to Seaborn, down into Delancey. Delancey tries to get something. Kicks it back out, no good, and that was Burris from three-point land. Seaborn with a nice rebound, though. That's effort right there.
I like that when you talk nice about the young man and he comes up with a big rebound and a nice 2 points.
Oh, almost get a steal. Is that? Nope, not going to count that one.
Went out of bounds, but Jacob Burris, that's the kind of thing you get out of Jake. He hustles all over the floor, plays great defense for the Colts.
And we're going to get a little note here. Apparently, it's not Seedor, it's Serdor. So my apologies to Mr. Serdor. Seaborn. Ah, okay. See, we're still learning on as we go here.
There we go.
As Wright has it here on the corner, kicks it to Radcliffe. Radcliffe over to Preston. Preston slashes into the lane, tries to get one high off the glass. No good. Another rebound by Seaborn. Seedor. Got it. Like I said, apologies to Mr. Seaborn. Seedor. Michael Ray here with the ball as he's going to bring it up. Thought about trapping it. He's going to throw it into Campbell. Campbell down into Delancey. Burris thinks about a three-point. Got into the corner now. Back down to Delancey. Pump fakes. Burris again. Back to Delancey. Delancey's going to pull it from three. Off the back iron. And that is rebounded by Meadowbrook. Mason Campbell back out to Burris, who throws it over to Ray. Ray pump fakes. Almost loses the ball there as it gets ricocheted back over to Burris. Seedor, there he is, back down into Delancey. Almost thought about the give and go. We got an open three-pointer here, top of the key. No good. Michael Ray with a nice rebound as he goes up strong and one. Goes up through the contact as he will put it up and go to the free throw line. 3:52 left in the second quarter. 21-16 Philo leads as we put Michael Ray to the line to try and complete a three-point play here. This free throw also brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner, as it is up and no good, rims out. Right, Seaborn, it looked like he threw him to the ground there a little bit, fighting for the rebound as Michael Ray's going to put it up there and finally cleaned it up.
Nice steal by Ray that time. Colts closing in now, just a three-point lead for the Electrics.
Preston crosses over, brings it across the half-court line. Looking for Radcliffe, he gets trapped in the middle of the court. Now we've got Strickland, one bounce, and up and off just the side of the iron. Drew Wright just simply willing that rebound into existence. That was tough.
I think he was fouled right there. Colts turning up the pressure on their defensive end as well, trying to trap a little bit. Almost worked. They've cut the lead to 21-18 now. Just 3 points, but of course Wright ends up on the free throw line for the Electrics.
As Wright will take one of his first 2 shots here. And we're looking tonight as well. That's the Amy Kissinger, Guernsey County for Guernsey County Commissioner, free throw sponsor tonight. As the first one is no good. Drew Wright gathering for the second, puts it up, and that one will go home. So now we're looking at 22-18. Philo Electric's lead, 3:24 left to go in the second quarter. As Ray will bring it across half court. Looking for something here. We get some movement down in the paint, trying to run some offense. Cedor gets the ball. Finds Ray again as he pivots, spins around, trying to take it into the paint, kicks it right back out to Burris. He thought about it. We've got Zayden Yeagle. Oh, a deep 3. Oh, from the parking lot, Mason Campbell. What a shot.
First 3 of the night for the Colts, and it's from behind the NBA three-point line.
That was some distance to it. 22-21. That cuts down the Philo Electric lead to 1 as they bring it across half court. Nice, easy layup. Great transition basketball there as you bring it across. If they're going to press you, run it right by them. Meadowbrook now bringing the ball up court as it's 24-21. Philo leading with 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Ray back over to Yeagle. Yeagle, yep, that's going to be a travel. Took one too many steps on that one. A little bit of a body on it, but still, you got to keep your dribble.
That's taking care of the basketball right there.
Right. Unforced errors. Can't have them. So it looks like Philo's going to take the ball out here as Rusty Trout will be the trigger man. He's going to throw it into Cooper Radcliffe as soon as he gets his jersey tucked back in there. All right. Radcliffe with the ball, taking his time, bringing it across as Philo Electrics move left to right. Coach trying to call something here from the sideline. Nice pick and roll, looking for Wright. Oh, just a little too much mustard on that pass. That's going to be a steal for Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook taking it in there. Way too much on the shot. That's Mason Campbell trying to do the Euro step there. Philo trying to run out in transition as Radcliffe will take it down in the block. Passes it back over to Preston. He's going to go up and get the hoop and the harm. Strong move from Preston.
Well, he got under the basket, and one of the Meadowbrook players decided they were going to foul him hard. He just followed through with the shot, got it to go, so he gets a chance for the traditional three-point play. Just 1:58 left here in the first half.
So we've got one free throw coming here for Preston. 26-21, Philo lead. Let's see if he can extend that here. And it is good. Can't shoot it any better than that. Nothing but net. 1:55 as Burris brings the ball up across half court. Back over to Michael Ray. See what Coach Jarrett has in store here for the team as we get it down in the low block to Cedor. Back over to Michael Ray. He's going to pull it from the corner. Nice shot. They needed that. They needed a little momentum. 27-24, 1:30 left here in the first quarter as Rusty Trout brings it down with pace.
2 trays in a row for the Colts.
As Drew Wright takes a 3 from the corner, trying to answer back, no good. Malachi Strickland with a nice rebound. He tries to go up with it, no good. And that ball's going to get thrown out of bounds. That's going to be Meadowbrook's ball. Another costly loose ball there for Philo. 1:24 here left in the second as we're approaching halftime. Very close game.
These teams battling for loose balls.
Diving on the floor the whole
Drew
night.
Wright, the senior, diving on the floor trying to save that ball in bounds. Jacob Burris pretty close to him.
And that kind of effort's contagious. That's what you want to see across the whole roster. As Meadowbrook now has it. Michael Ray thought about a 3, comes across, finds Cedor, as that is going to go off his hands and off his knee actually, and go out of bounds there.
Cedor, if he had to do that over again, probably should have taken it right to the hoop.
Yeah.
Tried to dish it off to Cedor, who wasn't ready for the pass.
Well, and you always want to do the extra pass, but not when they're not ready for it, of course. Radcliffe here bringing the ball up as he finds Rusty Trout. Strickland back to Radcliffe. Radcliffe looking. Strickland again. Back over to Preston. Preston tries to find Wright down on the corner, or down on the block as he throws the ball away. He had a little bit of pressure on him. Michael Ray with the nice steal. Ray brings it across half court. Over to Campbell. Campbell, as he goes between the legs, slashes into the paint, gets double teamed there. The crowd wanted to walk on that one as we bring it back out to reset for Michael Ray. Between the legs, we've got 25 seconds left to go here in the second quarter as Cedar, we're going to call a block on that for Drew Wright. Cedar tried to get around him. Their hips got a little locked up there. 27-24 with 22 left to go here in the second quarter.
Just the third team foul for the Electrics in the quarter. Second foul on Drew Wright, so no real foul troubles there. Although Coach Trout's going to take him out, put him on the bench just to make sure he doesn't pick that third one up.
And that's a smart move. You want him to be ready to go and unafraid to do what he needs to do come second half. As the inbound pass comes in here to Campbell. Campbell finds Ray. Ray thought about pulling it there. He's going to reset, bring it back around to Cedar. Cedar over to Campbell. Campbell to Delancey, top of the key, pump fake, back to Ray. A lot of movement here going for Meadowbrook as Delancey throws up a tray, nothing but net. They are just simply catching fire now as the last second shot goes up by Rusty Trout will be no good. So we've got a tie ball game here.
27-27. Boy, I'll tell you what, Electrics opened up that third quarter with an 8-point run. Looked like they were going to pull away. Meadowbrook comes back. We're all even at the half, and I'll tell you what, Colts are starting to find the range from behind the arc right now. That could be a problem for the Electrics.
Yes, and that's something that Coach Trout wanted to look for going into the game. He wanted to watch the shooters and defend that three-point line.
Got to contest the threes, he said. So, and turnovers haven't been a real problem. I don't think that either team was in double digits turnover-wise. So the pace of this game, I think, is suiting both teams and both coaches.
For sure, and not as much pressing as I would have thought coming from Philo. Like I said earlier in the night, that they like to do it off a make, but they've thrown it in there a couple times, sometimes off a miss, sometimes off a make, sometimes just strictly on a turnover, whatever. But not as much pressure as I really expected to see Philo throw out there.
Coach Trout could be laying for him a little bit. A lot of times coaches like to kind of lay off the real pressure defense until that second half when it really counts.
Right. Like we said here, 27-27. We're getting ready for second half action here. Leading scorer for Philo, 10 points for Rusty Trout, and for Meadowbrook, we're looking at that's Ray.
Yeah,
Michael Ray.
Yeah, he's having a good night tonight so far.
Yes, he is. We want to take one more opportunity to talk about our sponsors here. Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Valentine Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, and the Rogers Company. Like I said earlier, without them, Bill and I would not be here tonight, so we want to give tip our hats to them and thank them for letting us commentate on some great basketball tonight.
Take a quick break here. I think we're set 27-27 at the half. We'll break right now, and we'll be back with more right after this.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
Mike Breckenridge will be my guest. You can hear him on WQKT in Worcester. Mike covers boys and girls high school hoops and pretty much everything else in sports up in Northeast Ohio. My conversation with Mike covered a variety of things, but you'll hear us talk about the OHSAA expanding tournament divisions in several sports, name, image, and likeness in smaller colleges, and how, if at all, the transfer portal has affected high school athletes in the northeast corner of our state. That's next. This is the Ohio News Network.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott Demaro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser. Mike Breckenridge is my guest. He covers boys and girls high school hoops in Northeast Ohio at WQKT in Worcester. I asked Mike his thoughts on the Ohio High School Athletic Association looking to expand tournament divisions among several sports, including boys and girls hoops.
I think most coaches are in favor of it. And when you take a look at it, it's probably inevitable that it's going to happen. When you have over 700 schools in football and you have 7 divisions, and you have over 700 schools in basketball and you have 4, well, how's that breakdown going to happen? And it's probably going to lean towards the football edge for the big schools. There's a lot less Division I schools in that bracket in football because of the population standard. And then after that, 2 through 7 is probably, pretty similar when you take a look at the number of schools in each division. I think the same thing will hold true in basketball. You're going to get the big of the big, and then everybody's going to come down and be even. But even though that will happen, I think the things that people are worried about, as I talked about, and you're getting the same type of schools that show up at the state tournament every year, and a lot of smaller schools are dominating. Lutheran East in D3, Richmond Heights in Division 4. They're going to be there year in, year out. And if they slip from D3 and D4 to D5, 6, and 7, people are going to be unhappy about it. But with the enrollment and even everything that's in there, nobody's ever going to be happy about anything. But I think it's inevitable that we do expand if it does go to 7. I see at least 6, honestly, coming in the future.
I also asked Mike about the changes we've all seen in college athletics, like the transfer portal, name, image, and likeness, if those have crept into the athletic departments of smaller schools like Mount Union or Worcester. Mike says it's not really been the case. Many smaller colleges and universities don't have to deal with NIL inducements or mass exodus via the transfer portal.
It's still more pure, if you will. The movement is not there. Guys might step up a little bit in class or transfer, but it's not because they're being offered an excess amount of something else.
I was also curious to see if changes in college sports have had any ripple effects on high school athletes and how the recruiting process might be different now.
I haven't seen it in our area, to be honest with you, and we do talk to quite a few coaches around this area and all across Northeast Ohio. I haven't really got that in the high school ranks unless you're in the upper echelon, unless you're someone who draws attention from all parts when you get into college. And we don't have a ton of that in our area. If you can play Division III or Division II in any sport, no matter what it is, boys, girls, basketball, football, anything, you really excel, because I don't think people really understand the level for really good Division III and Division II. It's up there. And sometimes that's tough for parents to grasp. They think, well, their kid's automatically going to go to the next level. That's not the case if you go out and watch athletics from D3 to D2. And that doesn't play a part in it, I don't think, in our area. Only if you get the elite guys that are being recruited nationally might you get a little of something of that. And for us in our area, in pretty much our region, we haven't seen any part of it.
My thanks to Mike Breckenridge from WQKT in Worcester for his time. I'm Eric Reeser for the Ohio News Network.
.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE-FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Hello and welcome back here into Philo High School. We're at halftime. Looking forward to the second half of action here as we've got a tie ball game. Electrics and Colts both tied at 27. And it's been a great half of basketball, Bill.
Good game, couple of runs by both teams. Second quarter, Electrics come out. They run off 8 straight points. Colts came back, though. Some good three-point shooting there in the latter part of the quarter. Michael Ray hitting one, Mason Campbell hitting one from NBA range, I might add, and Colton Delancey hitting one to round out the first half. And we're all even at 27. As we expected, this game is pretty evenly contested right now. Both teams have a chance to pull out a win, and both teams need a win in MVL play.
Indeed they do. Like we said early in the night, everybody trying to get ready for tournament play. A couple names of note that we wanted to talk about here after that first half. Michael Ray for Meadowbrook having a great game. That's a freshman guard. He looks like he has so much poise. Like the game doesn't seem too fast for him. He
handles the ball well,
yes,
takes good shots, makes pretty good decisions. And he's only a freshman right now, so I'm very impressed with Michael Ray. The other guy I'm impressed with for the Colts is number 4, Bentley Seedor. He's a good-looking basketball player, another freshman.
Man, and he's all hustle. He only may have 4 points on the scoreboard, but his impact on the game has been immeasurable. He is down there in the paint. He's throwing it around. He's handling the ball, sometimes even bringing it up all the way across half court. And for Philo, we wanted to talk about, of course, Rusty Trout. He's been the spark plug tonight for the Electrics, no pun intended there. He's got 10 points here in the first half. hit it.
He's only got 3, I think. You're talking about Talon Preston.
Excuse me, reading
Talon
the scoreboard
Preston
here
has
wrong.
Talon Preston has 10 points, and he has had an outstanding. Rusty Trout only has 3. That one big long tray from the corner. Preston, though, doing a great job from his guard position, and he's hustling. The thing I like about Preston is he's not afraid to get down in the paint and mix it up with the big guys. He goes in and he challenges them.
Right, and at 6'1", you know, he's a junior. It's somebody with a little more experience than some of the rest of the guys on the roster here. Another guy that hit another 3 early on there in the game, Malachi Strickland. He's down there getting some boards. He's definitely playing a good game tonight. And then we've got Drew Wright. He's got 7 points tonight. And something else that we want to talk about before we get into the third quarter, we wouldn't call it foul trouble, but both Delancey and Wright both have 2, so that's something you're going to want to keep your eye on going into the third quarter here.
They are matched up against each other, and, you know, the funny thing about it is the Colts can't really afford to have Delancey on the bench too much. He means too much to them rebounding-wise, and, you know, he's kind of a stabilizing factor, but it's the same thing for Drew Wright. He means a lot to his basketball team. He's a stabilizing factor. They love to have him down there on the floor. He's a senior and he's a leader. So both Drew Wright and Colton Delancey need to be careful here in this second half. A little bit of foul trouble, not major at this point, though.
And those are 2 prime contenders for our +1 pizza player of the game for Meadowbrook and our Lock 9 pizza player of the game for Philo. As we're getting ready here to start the third quarter, Bill, what are you looking for here in the third quarter? What do both teams need to do?
Well,
what do you think?
We talked a little bit about it. The Electrics talked to Coach Jason Trout. He said, we want to create some pressure. I think that they're going to turn up their defense. We're going to see a lot more full court pressure from the Electrics here in the second half. For the Colts, they want to get the ball into that half-court offense. You want to see Michael Ray, the trigger man, out there handling the basketball, and you want to see him dishing it off to both Colton Delancey and number 4, Bentley Seedor. That's going to be key for them. Got to watch those turnovers. That's going to be real key here in this second half. The team that takes best care of the basketball will probably win this game.
Third quarter action coming in here as Meadowbrook has the ball as we start the third quarter. Nice pick and roll by Delancey. Ray's going to think about it. Kicks it over to the corner. Burris down into the block. Delancey tries to go up with it. Nice pass, but Ray wasn't quite ready for it there in the corner. That was a good look, though. That was the right idea. He was the open man.
Got it down right away. They challenged Drew Wright, number 33, trying to pick up that foul, but Wright just maintained position. That's a senior.
Philo coming down the court, coming from right to left as Radcliffe spins. He brings it back out to the top of the key to Drew Wright. Drew Wright spins again, pivots. No good, but a nice rebound by Preston as he tries to go straight up with it. We've got another jump ball here.
Interesting, both coaches attacking each other's center as right away they get it to Wright. He drives on Delancey down at the other end of the floor. Same thing, they get the ball in position to Delancey. He's attacking Wright.
Down into the paint, early inbound pass, now back out to Wright. We're going to throw it back out. Oh, and Radcliffe goes right off his hands. 7:21 here to go in the third quarter. No buckets yet, still 27-27. Early third quarter action here as Seedor is going to be the trigger man here and throw the ball inbounds. As we got a full court press, a little bit of a pressure coming up here, half court.
Let's call it token.
They made him think about it like they were going to. As Delancey now has the ball, top of the key, he pump fakes, looks for a backdoor cut as Drew Wright smacks it away, but Delancey's going to pick it back up, go up, and it's going to get blocked by Rusty Trout. Nice defense on the bigger man there as Preston brings it in, fakes the pass out, Euro step off the front iron. Now Radcliffe thought about the 3, and I think Drew Wright thought he was going to shoot the 3 as he tried to hit him there. Rusty Trout from deep. Man, this man has some confidence. Let's just say that. That was a deep, deep shot.
I'll tell you something right now. That's one of those the coaches on the sideline going, no, yes.
Exactly.
Great shot by Trout.
Burris now for Meadowbrook with the ball as he's trying to run some offense here. Delancey just beyond the three-point line as he kicks it back over. Now we're back to Campbell. Campbell thought about it, spins. He's going to take a fadeaway spinner by the free throw line. That's going to be no good. Nice rebound by Preston. Another rebound. He's all over the place tonight, Talon Preston. He's going to get the ball back just across half court from Radcliffe. Radcliffe back over to Trout. Trout thought about going right. Nope, spinning back around. Eventually does go right. He's going to kick it back out to Radcliffe. Radcliffe, I thought he might have a space for a 3 there as he hits backdoor cut to Talon Preston. Nice play. Easy bucket as we've got 5:55 here in the third quarter. Philo leading 32-27 over the Colts.
Great cut by Talon Preston that time.
Cedar gets the man off of him with a nice step-back jumper from the corner. Not quite three-point range, but still nice and deep. Very nice shot by Cedar. I'm just continue to be impressed by him tonight.
Plays a nice basketball game. His team really needed to open the scoring up here in the second half. That's a big bucket.
Rusty Trout now gets it with the defender nice and tight on him here. As Malachi Strickland, he's going to pull one from the corner. Air ball as the ball goes right into the awaiting hands of Michael Ray, as now he's going to bring it up across half court. Now we find Campbell here. Campbell is going to throw it out to the corner. No, we're going to call one on the floor here. A little bit of a shove. Ball will stay here. That's going to be a foul on number 24. And that
Malachi
is
Strickland.
Malachi Strickland, yes.
It's his second.
Meadowbrook inbound almost gets poked away here. Michael Ray with it again. He's going to pull up from three. No good off the back iron. Cedar almost had a finger on it there as Radcliffe comes down with it, brings it coast to coast. It goes off the glass just a little too much, but Drew Wright's going to come in there and clean it all up for him. Ooh. Nice bucket. That's a man's bucket right there.
Tell you right now, he knocked Jacob Burris over. He's lucky he didn't get called with a player control foul that time.
Meadowbrook now, we're going to slow it down. Michael Ray finds Delancey just beyond the three-point line, right side. Meadowbrook coming left to right. Nice backdoor cut. Finds Ray. Ray just a little too much on it. Good look, though.
Good defense that time by Talon Preston.
Strickland finds Wright into the corner. Nice three-pointer from the corner. Drew Wright is hyped now.
He's not their best three-point shooter, but I'll tell you something right now. You don't want to leave him alone. He nailed that three-pointer. 37-29. Electrics start off the third quarter. High-pressure defense, creating some turnovers, causing problems for the Colts.
Yes, and that's exactly something that we talked about earlier in the night, about pressure being key here and how Meadowbrook wanting to kind of slow it down. They don't necessarily want to run and gun. They just kind of want to keep their half-court offense going nice and easy, but at the same time kind of keeping Philo from doing just the opposite to them.
So far, Cedar and Michael Ray providing the offense for the Colts. They need to, I think, run something from Michael Ray here out of this timeout. See if they can get him in the basketball in a good situation to shoot, because he's the player, I think, that creates the best offense for Meadowbrook.
Yes, he does, and nice stroke to his shot there. Very controlled. It looks smooth. Somebody that you're definitely right. You're going to want to get him going here, as he is really putting the ball into the hoop a good bit tonight.
Like they say, we want to get him some touches.
There you go. All righty, coming out of the timeout here, still 37-29, 4:30 to go here in the third quarter, as Meadowbrook's Cedar, will be inbounding underneath the basket here. Looks like Michael Ray is going to be the man receiving the ball. And sure enough, there's Ray.
Electrics picking up half court.
Ray's going to bring it across half court here, nice and steady. Crosses over. A little bit of a pick and roll action. Delancey out to Cedar, no good from three, but a rebound there now, kind of batted around a couple times, but Drew Wright's going to be the one to come down with it. We're going to go Philo coming right to left here. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Radcliffe looking, finds Strickland. Strickland's going to come around, waves off Rusty Trout. Looking back door to Preston. I think Preston wanted a little bit of a call on that one, as Ray's going to bring it down now. Campbell almost loses his dribble. Oh, just about throws it away. Delancey now into the paint. He's going to take it up nice and strong. Oh, just a little too much on.
It's going to be on right there. And he didn't mean to, but he kind of hooked Cedar and dragged him down to the floor. That's going to be his third personal.
And that's something, like we said earlier, to keep your eye on. If he picks up another one, he's definitely going to have to sit.
They've got
here it comes right now. Yeah. And so coming into the game is going to be, that's Braden Bleakney, the other senior here for the Philo Electrics.
Braden Bleakney's an excellent ball player, but I'll tell you right now, you want to have your big gun Drew Wright out on the floor. Let's see how the Electrics handle this.
Yeah, going a little small ball here as Cedar gets it on the corner here, just outside the three-point line.
If I'm the Colts, I start attacking down in the paint now.
As Warner's going to get a travel call on him, trying to get the spin move and go up off the glass. As we've got 3.5 minutes left to go, 37-29, Philo. Rusty Trout now. Waiting for some offense to set up. Another backdoor cut as Delancey gets a hand on it. And he's going to come down with it as it ricochets off the bottom of the basket.
That probably should have been out of bounds.
They
caught a break.
Well, yes.
Well, there's a bad pass right there.
Well, they made up for it then. Mason Campbell throws the ball away looking for Cedor down on the block.
Yeah, he overthrew the pass. Cedor had good position, had a chance to get an open shot, but Campbell overthrew the pass.
Philo ball now with 3:12 here to go in the third quarter. And we're going to have a timeout, Philo. 3:08 left in the third, 37-29 here. Philo's going to lead this one. Looks like Meadowbrook's cooled off a little from the three-point line as well.
Well, I think that they've picked up pressure on defense. Again, like I said, I think they need to start looking at getting Ray some shots with that basketball, trying to create some places for him to shoot. Delancey, I've kind of liked his play a little bit more in the second half. He's attacking a little bit more, and they were able to get that third foul on Drew Wright. They just have to make it pay off now. They have to get him the ball down in the paint without Wright in there to defend.
Right, and that was something we talked in the break during the halftime show, is wanting to see him be a little more aggressive. He was doing a lot of kickouts, but when they're going to double you like that, that is usually the move that you want to do. But if he's taller than a lot of these guys, minus Wright, you want to see him go up strong. Maybe not put it on the floor and just go right up immediately.
Well, Wright's easily the most physical basketball player the Electrics have. So with him out of the lineup, a lot of their rebounding and a lot of their inside play kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, and that's something that you're going to want to attack here as he sits on the bench with those 3 fouls. Malachi Strickland slashes into the lane, and that's going to be Preston tries to go up and over there, and that's going to be no good as Ray goes full court to Delancey. Oh, and he's going to tumble to the ground. That's going to be 2 shots for Delancey. That was called on Preston, it looks like.
Don't know if it's going to be 2 shots. Let's see what they call. Yeah, they're going to put him on the line.
I thought so,
Good call, sir. That's only the first foul on Talon Preston, so no real foul trouble right there for the Electrics. Delancey needs to convert these shots.
As one is up and good for Delancey, and we want to let you know the free throws tonight are brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. So as he sets up for his second, and it is good, and that's exactly what Meadowbrook needs. While Wright is on the bench, they need to attack. They need to really get this lead down as it is 37-31. Philo throws the ball away. Rusty Trout was looking for Bleakney. I think he thought he was streaking to the corner there, and I don't think we got a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, hey, I tell you what, our Clark family practice scoreboard says it's 37-31 now. Philo with a 6-point lead. Colts starting to cut into that good start of the second half that Philo had.
Ray now is going to cross over and bring it across half court, moving left to right. We've got Warner. He finds Delancey, still beyond the 3-point line. A little bit of a pump fake, but I don't think Preston was too worried about that. As Campbell drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Warner. Warner from the corner, and there we said, I put that one right out in the world. I said they had cooled off, but there they go. Another 3 for Meadowbrook.
Austin Warner, another freshman on the Colts roster.
Strickland thought about the 3 in the corner as he gets blocked by Cedor. Loose ball ends up into the hands of Rusty Trout as he takes a nice, easy one off the glass. 39-34 with under 2 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Meadowbrook now slowing it down.
Philo by 5.
Cedor gets it. Little triple threat, waiting for something to go, and he's going to take it right off the ground. Nice. Went right around Bleakney on that one. Little triple threat, went right to the other side as he saw that he was closed off to his left side.
Yeah, using the left hand, you have to like that.
Radcliffe now waiting for the offense to set up. He's going to set something here. He's going to go ISO into the lane and lose the ball.
Delancey had him one-on-one, so they're working on Delancey a little bit. But that doesn't seem to be. They've tried to attack him about 4 or 5 times. He hasn't picked up a foul, so good job by Colton Delancey. That's good defense, playing some smart basketball. He's still on the floor with just 2 fouls.
And that was something we talked in pregame that we had on our radar for the whole game, was just keeping Delancey out of foul trouble. Sometimes that seems to happen to the young man. As Meadowbrook now brings it down the court, just beyond the block. That's Delancey as he spins, pivots, and puts a tough basket up over Preston. 39-38 with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter.
Just when it seemed like the Electrics were going to pull away, here come the Colts.
Exactly. Radcliffe going up strong right off the right block as he puts a layup in. Rusty Trout, almost pokes one away there. He was trying to catch Michael Ray sleeping there as he got the inbound pass. Didn't know he was behind him.
Just a freshman. He plays like a coach's son, doesn't he? I mean, they're always thinking about getting that steal or making that extra pass.
Wonder how many times that's been drilled into his head.
Exactly.
We got a full court press here by Philo, and that's going to lead Warner to throw the ball away. Austin Warner was looking to try and break the trap there before it got to him, and unfortunately his teammate was not ready for it. 41-38 here in the third, Philo leading. Preston gets the inbound, kicks it all the way to the top of the key here, beyond the three-point line to Rusty Trout. Trout thought about the back door. He's going to find Preston. Preston over to Slade Sprankle, back over to Radcliffe. Bleakney now thinking about it. Sprankle, he grabs it, fakes the pass, tries to go up with it, gets sent to the floor, but we're going to go no call on that one as Michael Ray gets the board and brings it all the way down, slips and falls himself. We're going to call that one, though. That's going to be a foul on Cooper Radcliffe.
Yeah, Radcliffe didn't like the call, and I just think he slipped.
Yeah, I think there might be a wet spot over there.
He did get the call that time, so I understand where Radcliffe was at.
Got a substitution coming in. Warner will sit as Jake Burris will come back into the game. We got an inbound pass from the side here by Cedor. Cedor looking for somebody. He's going to find the newly subbed in Burris. Burris thinks about it, going to set it back up with Cedor. Coach trying to call something here from the sideline, trying to get something through to his guys. As Campbell finds the open man there in the paint. Nope, going to kick it back out. That was Michael Ray. Thought about it. He had a nice path to the basket there, but
tipped out by Bleakney.
So we're going to stay here on the Meadowbrook side of the court. Got 5 left to go here in 5 seconds, 41-38. Meadowbrook's going to try and set up one last shot. Delancey going to take a deep one as he just heaves it over his head, and that's no good as it goes out of bounds. 41-38 to end the third quarter here.
Philo just leading by 3. Pretty good third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from the power plant right after this.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com. Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
Welcome back here into Philo High School. As you can hear Sweet Caroline playing over the loudspeakers here. We're entering the fourth quarter. Philo with a 41-38 lead, and that live score update is brought to you by Clark Family Practice. Lots of bumps going on here behind me as we're about to start the fourth quarter. Looks like Meadowbrook will have the ball as we get started here in the fourth.
Drew Wright back in the basketball game. He's got 3 fouls. If I'm the Colts, I go right at him.
Exactly. They really brought it back and cut into that lead with him on the bench as Cedor gets it, throws it in Delancey into the corner. Triple threat, throws it cross court. It's going to hit the side of the backboard. Drew Wright's going to come up with it and bring down a fast break. No good. Mason Campbell tried to take the charge there, but he ended up eluding him. Rusty Trout now from the side. Nice 3. That's a big momentum shifter. 44-38, 7:35 here early in the fourth. Philo leading.
Trout got his feet set, found himself wide open, and just pulled the trigger.
Yes, he did. As Michael Ray now takes it to the side. He's going to kick it to the top of the key over here. Now we've got Burris with the ball as he is just being harassed outside the three-point line. Michael Ray going to bring it back. He's going to reset the offense here. We get a nice pick and roll by Delancey. He decides to instead roll. He's going to pull back out. And now there's a 3. Mason Campbell, as that's going to go side iron. Rebound by Cooper Radcliffe. And he's going to bring it all the way across half court and get the offense set up. Back to Rusty Trout now, bringing it to the side. They're looking for Drew right down there, and Rusty's going to heat check, throw it up from three-point land. Unfortunately, going to be an air ball as we've got a little bit of action underneath the rim here.
Yeah, not a good shot, and Coach Trout is calling his guard over to talk to him a little bit about watch that.
Yeah. I know you're feeling yourself, but let's keep it controlled.
Let's continue to run that offense.
Right. Inbound pass here. Radcliffe finds Wright on the right block. Wright misses.
Oh my.
But he gets his own rebound and midair throws it in. What a shot. 46-38. Philo leads here in the fourth. As Burris gets the ball stripped away, Philo going to bring it down. Radcliffe, left-handed layup right off the glass. Yes, good call, Coach. You're going to need a timeout here. The three-point lead has now just become a 10-point lead in just a minute and a half, and that's
48.
huge.
This is exactly what the Electrics did to start the third quarter. Of course, you got to give the Colts credit. They whittled into it. They've come back. Now they need to do it again. And, of course, we talked about this at coming out of the break at halftime. You look for the Electrics to turn things up. Well, they turn the pressure up a little bit, and they've got some turnovers. They're getting some points. They also have Drew Wright back in the basketball game right now, so that's a huge factor in this game. You could see the Electrics, they were a little bit lost without him out there on the floor.
They sure were, not only just on the boards, but just in general. It just seemed like they didn't quite know where to go some of those times, and Meadowbrook really took advantage of that and really cut into that lead. They were down 11 at one point and brought it all the way back to 3. Now, like I said, 48-38 with 6:36 here in the fourth, and that is brought to you once again by Clark Family Practice. They are our sponsor for the scoreboard updates tonight. We want to thank them for being with us as well. So we're going to have an inbound pass. We got Cedor. We got full court pressure coming in from Philo as Delancey gets the ball, finds Cedor. A little bit of give and go back. Oh, almost picked it up. That could have been a travel, but not going to call that one as Ray brings it across now. Campbell, he's going to pull up from the foul line. Nice leaning jumper is going to go side iron. Cedor, how many times am I going to say this kid's name tonight, man? He is everywhere.
Seems to just have a good read on the basketball. Got under at that time, and Talon Preston had to foul him. So that's going to be another personal on Preston. That's only his second.
So let's see what we got here. 6:20 here in the fourth quarter. Still a 10-point lead for Philo, 48-38. We're going to have an inbound pass thrown in by Michael Ray. Meadowbrook trying to get set up here.
Well, you know, they always teach you, watch the trigger man on these inbounds plays.
Yeah, a little give and go, yeah. Can't leave him alone. Michael Ray. Little pat on the ball here as he throws it into Campbell. Campbell back out to Ray. Ray with gets a nice pick from Delancey.
That's going to be on Wright.
Oh, yes, it is. He lowered his shoulder on that one a little bit. So that's his fourth foul. What does Coach do here, Bill? What do you think?
I don't know. He's a senior. You can keep him in the lineup, but, you know, he's got to be reminded and he's got to be careful. He can't challenge as much.
As Warner throws up a three from the corner there. No good. Philo bringing it back down. That's Rusty Trout. Philo moving right to left here. Nice throw down into the block.
That's it. He's gone. He is
wow.
Gone. I'll tell you what, that was a good job by Delancey taking that.
And he gets teed up.
Yes. He did not like the call, but I'll tell you something right now. I thought it was a good call.
It was.
Took him right down there, and he tried to body him up, and he knocked him down. Good call by the official, and Wright is out of the basketball game. 10-point lead for the Electrics. Write it down. 5:57 left in the ball game.
That is a huge, huge momentum swing. Like we saw last time when he had to sit down, Drew Wright. The Meadowbrook Colts really cut into that lead as Michael Ray is also going to get a technical free throw here, and they'll get the ball back.
He converts the technical.
Free throws here once again tonight brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. Sets up for his second here. And that's going to be good. So once a 10-point lead is now an 8-point lead.
And Colts have the basketball too, so now, you know, your Coach Jason Trout on the sideline, you've got to get your guys regrouped right here. They've got to keep that pressure defense on the Colts. They've got to start hitting some shots. I'm looking for Rusty Trout outside the arc because he has been deadly tonight when he's gotten an opportunity to get his feet set.
Yes, he has. As Meadowbrook brought the ball across half court there off the inbound, and it gets poked away. We're going to have another inbound pass here by Warner. Warner's looking for somebody to get open. Finds Cedor on the right block who throws it to Delancey. And that's going to be just a little too much off the side iron. Nice rebound by Malachi Strickland. Philo bringing the ball back up. Rusty Trout now. He finds Bleakney, right block. Oh, that was all ball.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Got big man there just a little bit by Delancey. Said, not in my paint. Ray going to slow it back down. 5:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 48-40. Philo leading. Delancey, triple threat, top of the key. Calls Cedar off, tells him to go down to the paint. Campbell's going to pull up from three, and that's maybe a little bit of tired leg going on there. That's an air ball. His teammates really trying to get with him. Hey, don't listen to the crowd. Do not. You keep shooting. You be confident.
Burris comes in for Campbell. I'll tell you what, Coach, I think knew he needed a little bit of a rest after that shot.
You could just tell when he set up for that, his legs were tired out. We've got a little bit of a full court press, one-man-on-one action here as Ray gets blown by Radcliffe. Just a little too much on the layup.
Boy, great drive by Radcliffe that time. He beat Ray to the hole.
Burris now with it. He's gonna call Ray off. We've got a little bit of a double screen here as Delancey's gonna get it top of the key. Nice movement there. That's going to be a nice shot for Warner. Easy bucket in the paint. 48-42 with 4:45 in the fourth. Philo clinging to a 6-point lead. Oh, as Rusty Trout goes up for one. I thought that one was in on my end. But he ends up getting the ball back, and now we've got a jump ball. It's sliding around like a greased pig. Nobody can get a hand on it.
I think Philo got a timeout there, Coach Trout. Able to get a timeout. That's going to give Electrics possession of the basketball. 4:33 left. Meadowbrook is cutting into this lead. It's 48-42. Electrics have to find some answers. They have to figure out a way to finish this basketball game without Drew Wright.
Right, and that's no pun intended. Right, that's going to be the big thing to look at here. And Meadowbrook playing with such intensity and emotion, and I really like what I'm seeing out of Coach Jarrett's squad tonight. They are not laying down at all. This is still anybody's ball game.
That's what you have to like. Both these teams in dire need of an MVL win. Of course, Electrics already have one against Crooksville. Meadowbrook looking for their first league win this year. And you know what? They can tell they've got an opportunity in this basketball game, particularly with Wright on the bench.
Exactly. The door is still open for the Colts as we're sitting here in that same timeout. 4:43. That 6-point lead feeling smaller and smaller as the minutes go by here for the Philo Electrics.
Tell you what, you're Coach Trout on the sidelines. You don't take the air out of the basketball, but you've got to get your guys together. You've got to get your team back in offense right now. They have to run their offense. They have to do what they do in practice every day. I like number 2, Talon Preston. Man, he is taking charge now with Wright not being in this basketball game. Also, number 10, Cooper Radcliffe.
Yeah, I've been impressed by both of them, and especially with Wright out now, they're going to need to step up along with Rusty Trout, the freshman. As Rusty gets the ball to Malachi Strickland, back out to Radcliffe, top of the key. We're going to hit Strickland here, headed towards the corner, but not quite.
Yeah, look at this. They're trying to run their offense now.
Radcliffe brings it in the paint. Nice backdoor, yes. Malachi Strickland just can't quite finish. He gets his own rebound, and that's going to be a foul.
Either Cedar or Ray. That's going to be on Ray.
I think it's Ray, yeah.
I think that's only his second.
Okay. Yeah, Michael Ray, his second. Good call, Bill.
So no problems right there, but Strickland needs to hit these free throws.
4:11 here in the fourth, 48-42 as Strickland throws up his first free throw, and it is good. Once again, all the free throws tonight brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. Commissioner.
You'll get it.
Oh, Lord. As Malachi Strickland's second free throw rattles around, but it goes in.
Got the good shooter's roll.
That's
a lot of iron.
Michael Ray. Pressure. Philo wanted to travel on that one as Meadowbrook brings it up. They find Campbell here. Bring it around to Cedar. Cedar wants to get it down in the low post to Delancey, but thinks better of it. Now it finds it into the hands of Jake Burris. Burris back to Campbell. Campbell trying to call something out here as Delancey is open. Thought about the three. Cedar, top of the block there. Goes down in the paint. Back out to Campbell. Campbell almost gets it stripped away. Burris now out of the corner. Once again, almost stripped away. A lot of active hands going on here. Good defensive stand for Philo. They've made him reset 2, 3, 4 times here. As Campbell's going to drive in back to Cedar. He's going to shoot the jumper from about 15. And that's no good. Rebound by Philo, brought down by Preston. And like you said, Preston's really trying to
he went
galvanize
after that
the squad.
basketball.
Yes, he is.
That was a nasty it's mine rebound.
Yeah. Not in my house. Radcliffe being defended by Ray here at the top of the key. Ray switches on to Bleakney, and that's going to be a foul on Ray, so he's now going to pick up his third. 3:06 here in the fourth. We got a 6-point lead for the Philo Electrics, 50-42.
Boy, Electrics have 4 fouls, 1 more, and the Colts start shooting 2 from the line. So look for that. That'll be key in this quarter.
Electrics bring it back in now. Radcliffe going to go up for the layup. Delancey, strong defense on it. Rebound by Delancey, who finds Burris. Burris is going to bring it up, throw it back to Campbell. Will he slow down? No, he's going to shoot it. Little off-balance shot going to his right. From the right side three-point line as Philo's going to come with it, and Strickland going to bring the ball up court. Decides not to go with the fast break there as he had 2-on-2. Rusty Trout's going to bring it back up near half court, set it up, slow everything down, crosses over, finds Radcliffe. Radcliffe to Strickland as he brings it up around the horn, right above the free throw line. And that's going to be poked away by Michael Ray. Good steal, and that's exactly what they needed.
Going to be a foul on Malachi Strickland, and that is the 5th. That's going to put Ray on the line. So right now the Colts need to convert their free throws.
That's going to be key here going here as this free throw is brought to you once again. Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. 2:24, 50-42 in the fourth here. Philo leads. Our live score updates brought to you by Clark Family Practice as these free throws are going to be pivotal going forward here. Michael Ray sets, shoots, and it is off the front iron.
A little tired, you can tell.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
That's the 3rd foul on Strickland.
Michael Ray wiping the sweat from his brow there. Like we said, a lot of tired legs out here as he sets to shoot his second. And he makes that one, 50-43. Philo with a 7-point lead with 2.5, a little under 2.5. Full court pressure coming from Philo, trying to make a mistake, but that's not going to be what they want to see. That's Slade Sprankle getting it. Nice, easy layup. Philo going to enter a little bit of full court press on their own here.
Freshman slipping in behind the defense that time.
Oh, they trap. Nice steal. That's going to be Cooper Radcliffe. He's going to let Rusty Trout, I think. No. Little give and go. Said, hey, you got the steal. Let me pick up the assist, my man. I'll give it right back to you. That's big. 54-43 with just 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Philo leading by 9.
Let's make it 11, 54-43. So Electrics turning up the pressure, creating some turnovers, and adding some points on the scoreboard right now. Could be a big home win tonight for the Electrics.
Yes, and that's exactly what they want to see. Even though we talked about Meadowbrook wanting to get that first MVL win here, it looks like Philo might have just enough to stave them off and keep them 0-10 in conference after this game.
Good basketball game tonight. Keep in mind, after this game, we will be giving a Player of the Game award for the Meadowbrook Colts from Plus One Pizza, and a Player of the Game for the Philo Electrics from Lock 9 Pizza. So pizza for everybody tonight. I'm assuming that most of the guys on the team will get a slice.
Right, yeah, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little hungry. Pizza sounds pretty good right now,
It
Bill.
does.
I might have to hit something up on my own way
Lock
home.
9 just across the river here, I'll tell you that
That's
right
tempting.
now. Yeah.
That's very tempting. All righty, like I said, 2 minutes here to go. This is crunch time. Philo leading 54-43 in the fourth. Meadowbrook going to have the ball triggered by Cedar. Full court press by Philo. They're not giving any inch here.
Can't without Wright on the floor.
Delancey gets trapped to the corner. He finds Cedar. Back up to Campbell. Campbell now back to Delancey, and that's going to get knocked out of bounds. Oh!
No. Ray with a save.
Oh! You might want to credit the ref on that one. It looked like it hit off him.
It might have, but I'll tell you what, you got to credit Ray with running over there. Trout then almost was able to get the steal back, but he hit it out of bounds. It will be Meadowbrook basketball.
Meadowbrook inbounded here by Michael Ray. 1:47 here to go. Time winding down. If they're going to start a comeback here, they need to have it happen. Burris gets the ball right by half court. Brings it up. Great defense by Rusty Trout, not giving an inch. Delancey gets it on the right, left block.
A lot of
can't
contact,
finish
no
it yet.
call.
No call, but can't finish it. Cedar, another rebound. He puts it up, 54-45.
Yeah, he has been there tonight. Cedar playing tough.
Yes, he is.
Oh!
Ball almost thrown away by Philo. They're going to find Bleakney in the corner, taking his time, sets up for a three. A little bit too much.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, great job that time by Towan Preston to save the ball. And a bad shot by Bleakney.
1:14 left in the fourth as Michael Ray gets trapped beyond half court here. We're going to have a timeout called by Coach Jarrett. Probably a good idea. Michael Ray was in a little bit of trouble there with 1:10 here in the fourth. 54-45 Philo leads. And that live score update also brought to you by Clark Family Practice. This has been a very contested game here. It's getting tight.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we've still also got to give our Rogers company play of the game. We've got to talk about that as well. So don't know what that is just yet. Got a couple of things I'm thinking about on that.
Yes, and once again, let's take a minute to give a shout out to our sponsors here while we're in the timeout. Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company. Without you guys, we would not be here tonight, and we thank you very, very much.
It's been a good one here. I'll tell you right now, very hotly contested basketball game right now. Got to give the Electrics a lot of credit here. Meadowbrook, couple times coming back, really putting pressure on the Electrics. They lose their big man, Drew Wright. He's on the bench now, fouled out of the game, but the Electrics have found a way to create some offense without their star on the floor.
Yes, and that, if I had to sum it up into one word, I'd say Meadowbrook definitely has heart. They are not wanting to give up on this, and that's something to be. There's something to be said about that. You know, you get this late in the year, and the record that you have, you know, it's easy to pack it in and just go, oh, I guess we'll call it a year. We'll go next year. But they're not giving up. They want this one. As Cedar will inbound it here to Campbell. About 1 minute left here in the fourth. Needs something to go here and go quick. Campbell kicks it to Ray. Ray's going to pull it from three in the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Preston as Rusty Trout crosses over and comes across half court. He's got a man in the corner. No, he's going to elect for the floater as it goes back iron. 50 seconds here left in the fourth quarter.
Trout probably would have done well. Trout probably would have been well to kick that ball back outside, burn some more time off the clock, you know.
Right.
Just a freshman, though. You have to keep that in mind.
Exactly, and those are game time reps that you'll learn. Campbell now gets the inbound from Cedar. 40 seconds here in the fourth. They need to get something going as he pulls up a risky three and banks. I didn't know the bank was still open, Bill.
It must be because I didn't even hear him call it. So how about that?
As here we get it all the way down the other way. Rusty Trout is going to take it in. Layup, no good. 54-48, 20 seconds to go. Ray trying to make something happen with three Electrics near him. Burris is going to get the ball. Thinking about it. 15 seconds. He's going to pull up. Offside iron. Cedar tries to get one off a rebound. And that is going to be a foul on the floor.
Wow.
9 seconds to go here in the fourth.
Saying they're letting them play is putting it mildly.
That's an understatement, yeah.
A lot of contact here right now.
54-48, Philo leads with 9 seconds to go.
One thing there's no doubt about, both these teams want to win this basketball game.
Yes, they do. Malachi Strickland going to be the trigger man here as he's going to throw it in. As it gets knocked around, Meadowbrook ball as a three gets taken by, that was Campbell, going to be no good. Gets knocked out of bounds, it's going to go the other way. 4.4 seconds here to go in the fourth.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Bentley Cedar, he poked that ball away. Campbell almost converted that three right there. That could have cut it to one possession right there. He wasn't able to convert. 4.4 seconds left. Looks like the Electrics are going to pull away and win this basketball game. One thing I can say, this wasn't easy.
No, it was not. Both teams really, really having to try for this one, especially the Electrics losing Drew right there earlier in the fourth quarter. Thinking forward ahead here, like you said, for our players of the game, I'm really torn here. I'm
going to have to take a look at some of the final numbers as far as play of the game goes. Don't want to even mention any candidates at this point.
Right.
I've got one player for Meadowbrook that I am thinking about, and I've got one player for Philo that I really am. I'm kind of leaning towards giving it to him, but we'll talk it over. We'll get into a break and we'll see what we can come up with.
4.4 seconds left to go here in the final frame of this game here at Philo High School. Philo leads 54-48. You can imagine you're probably going to see maybe an automatic foul, an intentional foul, try to get something, but
schedule for the Colts after this one, not easy. West End, then Maysville. Morgan, John Glenn, another good team.
Man.
Then Cambridge, that might be a winnable game for the Colts. Coshocton, Crooksville's a winnable game possibly. Another game against Cambridge. So some opportunities to pick up some W's for the Colts. And that's going to be a quick foul before 2.8 seconds left in the game.
And that's going to be on Cedar, and that's kind of what I figured was going to happen so you could stop that clock.
Fifth foul now.
Fifth foul.
Yeah, so that's going to put number 10, Cooper Radcliffe, on the line shooting a pair.
We'll see what Radcliffe can do with these two as we have 2.8 seconds to go here. Free throws once again brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner as the first one goes up and in for Radcliffe.
Looking ahead on the Philo schedule, they've got...
Second shot good for Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, boy, he's having a good basketball game, isn't he?
That's going to be game for us right there. Philo winning this one 56-48 here at Philo High School. Nice home win. Another MVL win as they go up to 2-7 in the MVL and 6-9 on the season. Meadowbrook dropping to 1-12 and 0-10 in the conference.
Well, I'll tell you what, credit the Electrics. This was a well-contested basketball game. They lost Drew Wright late in the third quarter, and they're still able to come away with a 56-48 win.
And once again, we're going to take here a little bit of a break and compile some stats. We'll get our players of the game and get our thoughts in order, and we'll be right back with you right after this.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FREE for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FREE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FREE for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
You're watching high school basketball on ABC Sports and YRP TV. For a look at all things high school basketball, visit yourradioplace.com.
And welcome back to the power plant here as we're concluding a great game tonight here as Philo's going to overtake Meadowbrook 56-48. We want to take one quick second before we get into the analysis of the whole game here and give another shout out to our sponsors. That's going to be Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company. And we'll also be talking about the Rogers Company here in a few when we talk about our play of the game. I'm going to throw it over to Bill to give us a little bit of our stats for the night.
Yeah, let's take a look at stats tonight. Let's start with the Meadowbrook Colts coming up on the short end of a 56-48 loss to the Philo Electric. So a good night by a number of the Colts tonight. It was 5 points for Austin Warner, 12 points. Actually leading the way tonight for the Colts, Michael Ray. 10 points, Mason Campbell. 10 points, Bentley Cedar. 9 points for Colton Delancey. And 2 points for Zayden Yeagle. That gives the Colts their 48. For the Philo Electrics, 2 points for Slade Sprankle. 12 points for Talon Preston. 10 points for Cooper Radcliffe. 2 points for Braden Bleakney. 5 points for Malachi Strickland, 11 points for Rusty Trout, and leading the way tonight for the Electrics, 14 points for Drew Wright before he fouled out late in the third quarter. That was a key part of this basketball game. Boy, you kind of had a feeling there when Wright went to the bench that, oh, the Colts are going to come back and they might have a chance to pull it out, but you've got to give the Electrics credit. They pulled it together. They played some tough defense, and down the stretch, they made the shots they needed to make to win this basketball game.
Yes, they did, and I thought it was going to be an even bigger momentum swing because in the call that, of course, Wright didn't like it, taking the charge foul there.
Picking up a tee.
Picking up a tee immediately, so that's going to send him straight down the line. Yeah. You're already in the bonus now.
Yeah, he did draw, he actually went down under the net. Just may be our play of the game, Colton Delancey drawing that charge right there. But here's what you have to say about that whole thing is that, they lose Drew Wright, their top scorer, but, they come away with a win. And that's got to give you some confidence. You're able to win a game, on the floor without your best player in the lineup, too. That really helps the Electrics as they move on here in this season.
And that's what we talked about as that happened. Somebody was going to have to step up on this moderately young team. And Taylor Preston, Cooper Radcliffe, both really took charge there and made sure that calm the troops down. We got this. We're at home. Don't get too flustered. Doesn't matter. We've got this. Real quick, so let's go ahead and award our players of the game here. Player of the game +1 pizza for Meadowbrook. We're going to go ahead and give it to Cedar.
Bentley had a good game. He's a freshman. Maybe we're watching the whole game. We're going, this guy's only a freshman? Come on, you got to be kidding me.
I know.
He's not a freshman. He is a freshman. So if you're a Colt fan, you're going to get to watch him for 3 more years. That's a great thing. He's an outstanding player. You had to like his composure. He had 10 points tonight, but man, oh man, great job on the boards. He helped handle the basketball. So nice job by Bentley Cedar, and he's going to come away with a free medium 1-topping pizza from +1 Pizza. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, and like I said, we just felt like we were saying his name all night long. He had his nose in everything. Very great basketball IQ. He was always seemed to be in the right spot, and that's why I think we really wanted to give him that one. Player of the game for the Lock 9 pizza for Philo, we're going to go ahead and go with Cooper Radcliffe. He was a big force the whole game. Really,
fourth quarter, man.
Yeah, he went off in the fourth quarter.
He had 6 points, but they were key baskets. Drew Wright's on the bench. You need your leadership. The junior, he stepped up, handling the basketball, doing a good job, on both sides of the floor, playing tough defense. He kept them together. He basically said, come on, guys, we can do this. I know Drew's on the bench, but we're going to be okay without him. They kept that pressure up. They were able to force enough turnovers to pull out this win here tonight for Philo.
Right, and let's go to our Rogers Company play of the game. We kind of hemmed and hawed about this one in the break, thinking about what we were going to go with.
Yeah, we thought about that, like I said, when Colton Delancey drew that foul on Wright. That was an important part of the game, but in the fourth quarter, there was a play under the basket, and it was Radcliffe under the basket, basically getting under the basket, and he was able to draw a foul and attempt the traditional three-point play. But a lot of traffic down there, a lot of action, so that is our Rogers Company play of the game.
And one more time, we just want to give one more shout out to our sponsors, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company. Great night of basketball down here in Philo. great game, and it's something that I'm glad that I had a nice bird's eye view of tonight.
Yeah, hey, I tell you what, like the view from up here,
Me too.
Yeah, Philo, good for them. They pick up a win. Meadowbrook, again, you can see the Colts. They're an awfully young basketball team. They're becoming better as the year goes on. I don't know that they're going to pick up too many more wins this year. There's some opportunity. They've got some good games on the schedule coming up that are winnable for them. But you have to say this. They're improving. They're getting better. And come tournament time, you're going to have to watch out. You're not going to be able to take Meadowbrook lightly. And next year, when those freshmen and sophomores are juniors and sophomores, it's going to make a big difference for Coach Taryn Jarrett.
Yeah, games like this are really going to go a long way for the program and all those young guys. And like you said, looking at the schedule, there's a couple winnable games. They might be able to pull one of those 2 games against Cambridge, possibly maybe the Coshocton game. Other than that, you got Tri-Valley, New Lex.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Although,
I'm looking at the Philo schedule. They've got a tough schedule too. They've got Coshocton, which is a winnable game, but Redskins having a good year this year, of course. Then you've got Sheridan. It's kind of a mediocre Sheridan team. Tri-Valley, basically, they are the brass knuckles of the MVL this year, them in Maysville.
I wouldn't want to get hit by them, that's for sure.
Then you've got New Lex, another good basketball team. John Glenn, another team that is in the mix, and then Maysville again. Then a game that's a winnable game for the Electrics. They're going to close out their year with Riverview, and then it's tournament time for the Electrics.
All righty. One more time here coming from Philo High School, the power plant. Philo's going to come out with a big win here, 56-48. And we are going to sign off here and get a nice night of basketball put into the books here. One more time, Zach Chrisman with Bill Kassler, and we thank each and every one of you guys for listening tonight.
Hey, let's thank the TD. Let's not forget about our man Brett Klein over there.
Yes.
Doing a great job for us over there, switching things, and you're able to watch this game on YRP TV. So we enjoy having the video crew along any opportunity that we get.
And with that being said, another great night of basketball, and we will see you guys next time here signing off at Philo High School.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.